We are recording. As whatever Meta just said there. Anyway, we are finished with the map we played, which was Stargate SG-4. Off-putting, I know, because everybody thinks of SG-1. We figured out the reference to that one video game map. It is a Mass Effect reference. We had called it earlier, if it was there. We just couldn't. We needed to be sure about it, so we did some research, kind of took key locations, and Afterlife Club was the one that pointed out.
Yeah, because a lot of it, I've played both Mass Effects, and a lot of it looked like it was Mass Effect. Well,
it was a dead giveaway. The fact that if you looked at the the TV screen, it literally had a full motion video of a Mass Effect game. So we just wanted to be double checked to make sure that it was. Anyway, moving beyond that, what's your first impressions of this map? Besides the amount of tanks we fought.
Tank rush.
But that's the most defining part of it.
Yes.
There's not a single map where I faced so many tanks at once. And yet somehow we managed to beat all of them.
Oh, then you're going to enjoy Death Hour.
Oh, goodness.
What, are we going to take him into Death Hour?
Yeah, we'll do it on our own time. We got to take you into Death Hour. You need to experience
This will be interesting.
You think this is bad because we counted a total of 15 tanks in this one? Death Hour had 27. And they were all scripted. Every single one. So, yeah.
I was the only one that gave it a slightly positive review in that one.
I think all of us gave it a positive review because it was doable. We absolutely hated one part, but we kind of discounted it because we also get to survive the first survivors in there. You get the 3, you don't get Bill. That's the only problem. Anyway, that's a different map. Anything else about this map in first impressions?
I'll let Kyo go first since he's the one who picked it.
Well, no, we'll still stick with the same rotation. I'm just asking for first impressions.
Well, I've never watched Stargate in my life, so I can't really say what I expected. I mean, the Mass Effect reference was, the Mass Effect reference was nice.
I never watched Stargate either.
Well, none of that. I don't think either one of you seen the movie The Thing, so you never got that reference either, did you?
No, I know about it. I never saw the movie.
Dread, it's one of the better scary movies out there, so it's one you should see.
Didn't they also do a remake of that?
Don't watch the remake.
Don't watch that one.
That's the bad one. You watched the 1980, 2 or 3, was it?
You watched the one with Kurt Russell.
Yeah. The best part of that, I still like that, is the guy's head turns to a spider. And another guy looks back and you gotta be fucking kidding.
We need a bonnet. Bonnet fire.
They literally take a lot of flamethrowers. You'll love it. Moving on, that's a movie. That is a reference in this map, too. It was nice to hear Kurt Russell actually be in this and make the reference, like the quotes were literally from the movie The Thing. There's a lot of good things about this map. There's also a couple of bad things about this map. Mainly direction. Because the fuck, you can't tell us what the fuck.
We were completely lost.
A couple of times, yes. Not so much in the areas, it's just mainly trying to activate the Stargate was a little bit of a problem. Might want to fix that and make it more noticeable. Just saying. Other than that, I don't think the map was that bad. References took a while to get, and then it was nice, though. Anyway, same rotation meta, you always start first. So, number of infected. It counted 850, but we know damn well there's a whole lot more. Because it didn't count Keostats. What did you think about the infected of this map?
I thought it was appropriate.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a full star.
Alrighty. Keo.
I shall be handing it a full stall. And a gratitude crackle.
That's
I
first
think what
time.
really does it is that what helps balance it out is the tanks, I think.
Yeah, that more or less does it. Alright, Dread.
I'll give it a full star. We never got insanely overwhelmed by common to the point where we couldn't where we couldn't even make it. So I'll give it a full.
Alright. I'll give it a full as well. It wasn't overwhelming. It wasn't underwhelming. The tanks, though, having 4 or 5 coming at you at once, it's a bit much, but it's doable. If it's doable, it's fun. Have fun with it. Common didn't play.
Unless you suck a lot at this game.
Yeah, but Tank's Playground, that's even worse. That's another map. Me and Keo enjoyed that one. This map is fun in terms of the common. It doesn't overwhelm us. There's far more than what the stats said, but the stats were a little glitched because it also didn't count all the tanks that we encountered. So yeah, full star. Length came into about 53 minutes. We had 1 restart. So much better than the last map we did, which was Power Station. And we didn't have to go down in difficulty either. That was another bit plus. Meta, what do you think about the length?
How long was the length?
53 minutes, 5-part map.
Huh.
Time-wise, it's in ratio, but it's up to you.
I'd actually say that that's appropriate.
Okay.
Mainly because I feel that it didn't feel like it dragged on at any point. But you know what? It actually did kind of feel like they were a little bit short.
Okay.
But I think that's just because we breezed through it so easily.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stay on the safe side and give this 3/4 of a star.
All right.
Just because I feel it might be, because it might have been even shorter than that.
All right. Keo.
Lengths. I'll give a length a full stall. It felt right to me, so full stalls.
Alrighty. Dread.
I'll give it half a star because we played a good amount of the restart that we had, so that's like a little bit of time, so it was a little short.
Alright. I'll give it 3/4. Some of the parts were a little tad short, but it certainly made up for it with the double reference of Mass Effect and The Thing. It kind of made us want to explore a little bit more as well. It had appropriate length to it. Was there artificial? Yes. It's mainly because of the Stargate, but again, that's how the Stargate is supposed to work. It's supposed to take some time to load up. So I'll forgive it because of that. So, yeah. Moving on. Difficulty fitting. Did it feel right for normal difficulty meta?
Yeah, full star.
Straight to the point. Okay. Kyo.
What can I say? We weren't completely overwhelmed by the 4 tanks,
Yeah,
even though they were scripted. But there's always going to be that one tank that just occurs because the game director said, "You guys are getting it too easy, so I'm just going to throw a tank in there."
Mm-hmm.
Have a tank.
Yeah.
On the house.
Anyway, Kyo.
I shall be handing this map the full stall.
As your static returns.
Yes. As I commanded it to.
Yay! Dread.
I'll give it a full star. Difficulty was okay. High static.
Yeah, because
Difficulty wasn't too bad. We didn't die too many times. Mainly because the only reasons why we died was because of the stupid invisible ladders, and Meta decided to play Frogger.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna give it 3/4. My reasoning is there is a sense of a difficult balance here. It's not mainly the tanks. I didn't see a whole lot of specials though. Like, yeah, we've seen like the certain ones, like they came in when they needed to be, the finale especially, and in the tomb, but I didn't see them a whole lot. It wasn't near till like we got near the end, and we maybe see maybe 2 or 3. Most of the time, we're taking on tanks and stuff like that. There was that, and then there was also the fact that I felt they gave us too much health at times. Like near the finale, it didn't necessarily, but at the beginning, like after we finished the first part, we got to the second part. There was already a med pack in the safe, 4 med packs in the safe room. Now on top of that, as soon as we walk out of that safe room before we get to the elevator, there's another 4 plus 2 pills. It's a little bit much. I understand if there's a person dead, that's fine, but by then you already have given your player another med pack. There's really no need to give them a second one just as you start. So I think that's a little bit much. It's just little nitpicky parts, though. It's not too bad in terms of difficulty. In fact, it could probably be raised a little bit more. Moving on to design. Meta, what'd you think about the design of the map?
Well, once again, I have not seen Stargate or watched Stargate, so I can't say if it's true to what it is, but I can say that it did the exact opposite of what the offer of that one Half-Life 2 map, Cold Case, Forsaken. It's the complete opposite of that. This guy took this concept and turned it into something of his own. He referenced a bunch of other things in the process, but he did something interesting with it. But is it well designed? I've actually watched the thing, and yeah, I would have to say, well, to an extent, it is good enough. And I understand you can't replicate every single little thing, but I think that's probably for the better.
Well, yeah.
It's Left 4 Dead 2.
It's Left 4 Dead 2. It doesn't have all the capabilities of, well, suggesting the Stargate. Usually, the portal is more liquefied than what it showed. The one that we seen in the game, it was more like an electric field than it was like a liquid field
or static. It kind of looks like static to me.
Yeah, but I understand this. It's what Left 4 Dead capabilities can do. So
I also understand that apparently if you stand in front of this thing and stand in front of this portal, and while it's activating, then you pretty much die. And that never happened to me, so maybe there's that.
Well, I don't think the freaking guy was gonna kill you for it, though. To be fair.
Yeah.
That would have been a little bit of a dick move since he put in the Frogger.
Well, the tomb wasn't so bad. It's just you have to know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, that tomb fucking pissed me the hell off.
Well, you guys weren't even following. That's the thing. You were looking at what the arrows were doing. You don't follow the arrows, because if you look at one point where you're standing on the edge, you just see the platform on the bottom. You could just straight up walk off the edge, and it'll land you right on that platform. And that's where you need to go.
Actually, the thing is, the first time I came up to that segment, I actually tried to jump over there, but I ended up catching myself onto the wall, and then...
That's why you don't jump. You have to you just walk off, and it'll work. If you jump, it's going to catch you. It's weird.
It is weird. Yeah, it is weird, and I saw the video, and it didn't show anything like that.
Mhm.
At least not from what I remember.
Well, that video could be old as well, considering that this map was just recently updated, more or less. So.
Well, with all that in mind, I think I'm going to give it 3/4 of a star. It could still use some, because we kept on getting lost. We got lost a few times, but it wasn't enough where we got completely...
Yeah.
We got fed up.
Yeah.
And I think it could use a lot more help with... I think it could use some help with the direction.
All right.
Also, those platforming segments, so they could use a bit of work, too.
True. Anyways, Kyo.
I shall give it a full star.
Any particular reason why?
Because it was accurate to what it was going with. I'm someone who watched a lot of Stargate. It was accurate.
Okay. Tread.
I agree with Meta.
So 3/4.
Yep.
I'll give it full. Outside of the direction, there's not a whole lot of problems with it. It just needs some better form to it. Everything is very accurate. It's nice to see the thing. It was nice to hear Kurt Russell's when he's making a recording, literally on a tape, and hear that line when he's doing when you touch the computer. That was quite nice. The reference to Mass Effect, that was kind of nice. Though I've never played Mass Effect through its entirety.
I never played Mass Effect either.
Well, I've played a little bit of it, just I've never played through its entirety. I don't like Mass Effect personally, but let's see. The pyramid, that's a nice touch because that's kind of a reference to really the film itself.
For the movie and the first couple episodes of Stargate.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice move. The fact that the movie itself also had Kurt Russell, that was a double reference. The Stargate, it's almost flawless. Outside, I understand that's pretty much the graphic capability of Left 4 Dead. Outside of the liquid field, everything about it was pretty fucking accurate. And it teleports, that's another part of accuracy. And I give really big kudos to you for actually making that look exactly what a Stargate's supposed to do when it's loaded up. That is fantastic.
Oh, no doubt.
I mean, for that effect, because that's what they actually have happen, that was pretty cool to make it work in the game. And they were not only that, being very accurate with voices, you're being accurate of where the Stargate's located in the army base. Overall, it's really good in terms of that. And this brings us to recommendations. Meta, do you recommend it?
I recommend it for Stargate fans.
Okay, so what do you want to give it?
Well, actually, I recommend this for, like, sci-fi fans. I'll say that.
Okay.
You mean the people who are already probably playing this game?
Technically, the zombie apocalypse isn't a sci-fi thing. Technically, it's more of a monster thing.
Yeah, it technically is more of a monsters thing. You could argue that it's now taken on some very, very light sci-fi elements.
Yeah.
That haven't been elaborated on because Left 4 Dead 2 is fucking vague like that.
Left 4 Dead 2 was meant for you just
No,
to
you
kill
get an
zombies.
explanation. You just have to play Payday the Heist.
Yeah, anyway, what do you want to give it, Meta?
I'm gonna give this a full star for sci-fi fans, and you know what, full star all around, because this is something you do have to see, because I think it's fun.
It's a fun map. Kyo, I'm guessing you're going to give it a full recommendation.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Dread.
I guess I'll give it a full recommendation, but only if you're okay with invisible ladders and playing Frogger.
Well, you don't have to give it a full recommendation, but do you want to, is my question.
Well, other than the invisible ladders and Frogger, the rest was okay. So I can recommend that. But then I remembered Meta playing Frogger in the street. I don't even know how... Meta, how did you even die the second time?
Did you see those cars that were passing by?
You got hit by one right after you got up, didn't you?
Well, the thing is, Dredd, you have to realize when he's rising up, he doesn't have full control of his character right away, so he got ran over again just as he got control, probably.
Yeah, those cars are instant death, and they come by every 4 to 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So when someone would try to pick me up, it would just be like, boom! I got run over and I die.
And it wouldn't have enough time to actually pick him up again, so...
That was just my fault entirely, because I just stepped a little bit too far out.
Yeah. So you want to give it a full star, Dredd, or you want to give it like 3/4 what?
Ask yourself, Dredd, what's the one?
I guess I'll give it 3/4. I didn't like those invisible ladders.
Okay. I'll give it a full recommendation. My reason is it's a very fun map, and it's easy to know what you're doing. And plus, it tells you all about that the reason why there's none there, it's literally a reference to Tomb Raider that you're supposed to climb. There is no ladder. Understandably, yes, it's invisible. It's off-putting, especially in Left 4 Dead. It's just a design flaw. The guy didn't really necessarily tell you that it was invisible, but he kind of made up for it by showing you what you were supposed to do. And he pointed arrows, so he gave you direction there. The thing about it was you didn't necessarily have to climb them, except in one area. So it's not a
You know, it probably could be just that I'm an idiot and I was kind of tired at the time.
Yeah, there's also the fact that you could be that way, and the same for you, Dredd. So it's
By the way,
bad.
would Tomb Raider be considered sci-fi? I don't think it would.
Well,
Technically,
sci-fi
yes.
fantasy are kind of combined usually.
Yeah, it's usually combined. If you ever seen the Tomb Raider movies, they have a sci-fi element to them.
Tomb Raider's more adventurous, though.
It's adventures, but it has a sci-fi element in that it uses artifacts as it stuff, and they all have like a scientific purpose.
Look at Shadowrun, those science and magic all in one thing.
So you can argue that Tomb Raider has a sci-fi element to it, and a lot of it is because of archaeology. Even like Jurassic Park, people thought it doesn't have enough sci-fi element to it, but it does. You can argue that it's more adventurous as well too. It's just how you look at it. Anyway, all around this map is pretty damn good. Let's see. Kyo, you gave it a full 5.
Sorry.
Meta, you gave it 4.5. I gave it 4.5. And Dredd, you gave it... Let's see. 4. On the dot, yeah. It's a 4-star map. You guys should try to play it. Even if you don't know anything about Stargate, if you know like Mass Effect, most people have probably heard, at least seen some type of screenshot of Mass Effect, you'll instantly find out. You'll figure out what the reference is. As far as the movie The Thing, you have to at least be a movie buff, or B, a monster movie buff, because that movie deals with aliens, and that's a really good movie. It's a little scary. It does have a lot of scare parts, but they're not jump scares. They're really good. Anyways, it references a lot. It's got nice custom zone stuff in there. Even the areas are very well designed for what they could put in there. The only thing I have to add though is those cars in that the Mass Effect reference. They could be done a little bit better than what they were. There were a lot of like blocky as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's the limitations of the
Once
engine.
again, I feel like it's limitations of this, because almost every time there's a full-on custom item in this game, it looks really blocky.
Yeah, but we've seen better though. That's the thing.
Well, the shuttle is really blocky too.
Yeah, it could be done
It's a bit
better.
of Mass Effect, though, and that shit's blocky there, too, so...
Yeah, I'm just saying it could be done a little bit better. Is all. So yeah, that's all I gotta really say. Anyways, anything? Any of you guys have to add anything to add to it?
Not really. I pretty much said just about everything I needed to say.
Well, besides the thing you mostly have to do. But
Like, comment, and subscribe! Like,
Hold
comment,
on,
and subscribe!
anybody else have anything?
Yeah, not really from me, but I thought it was a little interesting to watch Meta play Frogger.
It's always
Wow. Nice. Nice.
all right. It seems like we're done talking about it. So, Meta, do your thing.
I can't do it anymore. I've
What?
lost will. You cut me off, and now I've lost it.
Do you need
I'll
another?
never be able to do it again.
Do you need another Capri Sun?
Sorry, Meta.
It's so long.
Meta.
Do it, otherwise your spaceship will... Its shields will fail in the fucking warp, and the demons will attack you.
Meta, just take a Capri Sun. You'll be fine.
I don't want no steak Capri Sun.
But they're
Like,
so
comment, and
good.
subscribe. We thrive on your feedback. It's the only way we will get better.
Never misjudge the power of the Capri Sun. Anyway, people, see you later.